Breaking news here at the bottom of the hour on SportsCenter. David Lloyd and Sage Steele. The NBA owners and players have come to a tentative agreement, and it seems as if the NBA lockout is about to come to an end.
After 15 hours of negotiating, the sides hammered out a deal, and at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, Billy Hunter and David Stern came out to break the good news.
Well, we've reached a tentative understanding that is subject to a variety of approvals and very complex machinations, but we're optimistic that that will all come to pass and that the NBA season will begin on December 25th, Christmas Day, with a triple header. Or is it? But I won't give you the details to tune in yet. We're very pleased that we've come this far. There's still a lot of work to be done in a lot of places with a lot of committees and player groups and the like, but we're optimistic that it will hold and we'll have ourselves an NBA season.
What we have to do is obviously sit down with the litigants because it has to be resolved in the context of litigation. We're confident that once we present it, that they will support it, and I think that's why Derek and Maurice are here. They're both defendants in the case that was filed by the NBA here in New York City, and they're participants in the settlement, and I think they're convinced that they can do it, and that'd be principally part of Derek's job and Maurice. Derek?
No, I think, for us, we'll stick with the understanding that we can't get into too many details about our understanding in the settlement, but I think, for myself as a representative of, a lot of our players and for Maurice as well, and the Players Association staff and everyone that's, worked hard, there's a lot of mutual respect personally and professionally, for the NBA and the men in this room, but the most important key thing here is that, our fans and the support from the people and the patience, through a large part of this process. That's who a lot of this credit goes to. The efforts that have been made have been largely with them in mind.
We said before, this was not an easy agreement for anyone. Owners came in having suffered substantial losses and feeling that the system wasn't working fairly across all teams, and I certainly know that the players had strong views about expectations in terms of what they should be getting from the system, so it required a lot of compromise on both parties' part, and I think that's what we saw today. I think we saw a willingness of both sides to compromise yet a little bit more and to reach this agreement. And we look forward to opening on Christmas Day. We're excited to bringing NBA basketball back. That's most important.
Some of the key points in this tentative agreement: training camps open, free agency begins December 9th. Again, there'll be a 66-game regular season beginning on Christmas Day with that triple header. Sources also tell Chris Broussard that the deal is for 10 years. Each side can opt out after 6. That BRI split, basketball-related income, which was really the key point in this lockout, is between 49% and 51%. That means that's how much the players will get compared to the 57% they got in the last CBA. Owners will have to spend 85% of the salary cap on team payroll in the first 2 years, 90% 3 years after that. More perspective now from PTI's Michael Wilbon.
No offense to all the folks who have been negotiating over the last few weeks and months, but thankfully the NBA is ready to start doing something it does a whole lot better than talking, specifically balling. Instead of wondering whether Mark Cuban is a hawk or a dove on the labor front, or whether Dirk is going to entertain offers from Europe, we can get back to the question of whether the Dallas Mavericks are a one-hit wonder or a champion with staying power. Finally, the public conversation of basketball can steer clear of mediators and BRI and get to whether LeBron James and Dwayne Wade discovered something, anything, that might lead the Heat to not 5, not 6, not 7, but 1. A first championship. Whether a shortened season might help the Celtics and Lakers look mature instead of old. Whether the Bulls know the difference between having an MVP or surrounding him with championship talent. whether Oklahoma City is going to be the next San Antonio or the next Sacramento, or whether the Knicks are a serious contender or simply a conversation piece, whether there's any real chance Dwight Howard stays in Orlando, or could he wind up playing alongside Chris Paul whenever and wherever. Even with games missed, feelings hurt, all could be forgiven. The product put on the floor is any kind of encore to last season. Negotiating always gets leagues in trouble. The only thing that gets them back on the road to forgiveness and then acceptance, two words that can't come soon enough: play ball.